Thanks for tuning into the YouTube channel today. We have Brandon from GoSproost, who has recently hired a web designer and developer from us, and he's here rocking his company logo, getting some good publicity, and here to tell about his experience hiring. So first off, thank you for joining, man. I appreciate you taking the time. I know you're busy.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Cal.
Yeah, can you please just talk about how you came about us and what you were looking for when you hired her?
Yes, I think either it was an Instagram ad or I was looking online, like maybe a Google ad. But I was looking for remote work. I've hired a few VAs in the past, primarily from the Philippines, and it wasn't necessarily the best experience. So I did know that I wanted to source talent in other areas,
Mm.
mainly Spanish speaking, but was pretty much open to all global talent. And then I saw you guys hire UA, and saw you guys were in Ukraine primarily, but also looked in South American countries. So that's what initially attracted me compared to all the remote VA companies. And I was looking for someone who could be a graphic designer. I was looking for a sales rep, project manager. I had three different placements, but you guys pretty much had like lined up 10 interviews in a week. And yeah, Tiana was by far the best. So they all were great candidates for each position, but I was just looking for essentially one, maybe two roles, and she was able to do like three jobs. So I went with her.
Excellent. Can you talk about what she's done in terms of the three roles?
Yeah, so I pretty much promoted to like head of design, but I was initially looking for a 3D renderer. So my company, we do renovations, but I like for customers to see the 3D renderings or animations of it first and be able to upload that content on our website. But yeah, she was experienced with WordPress. She can do logos. So yeah, she redid my logo. So I guess she's a graphic designer. She revamped my entire website, which was just hosted on Wix, and she can do 3D renderings, make them out of custom architectural plans, and even edit pictures. So she can just do pretty much anything design based and animation. And then, yeah, just was not
So
what I was expecting. And
you
yeah,
really killed a lot of birds with one stone here. Huh?
exactly. Yeah. So could not
What
be
do
more
you
grateful.
think that would have cost, like in the US, to get someone with that entire skill set?
I don't think you would get anybody else with that entire skill set, and those would probably be three different jobs. But like just for what it started at, I would say 85,000
Uh-huh.
for probably the closest thing to it. But yeah, you would probably have to have two or three roles between 60 and 70. So yeah, definitely got a fraction of the cost, but
No kidding.
just
Yeah,
as
see,
much.
I hadn't even heard this story, obviously, because my client success team managed it. So that's amazing to hear that you knocked out three things in one person, which is awesome, obviously. What has that meant for the business and for your time?
So the business that was extremely important because again, I needed someone to make renderings to get my right now business for retail projects, and then I just needed to have a professionally looking website because I'm actually having a mobile app being built. So pretty much looks as everything when you're going to raise capital. So the app will be launched in a couple weeks, and I'm doing a grand um, promo. I don't even know what to call it because I guess it's a business baby shower, if you will. But I'm going to be raising capital from investors and agents. But the look of it, because on my banners, the logo, she's pretty much designed it. So I would definitely look like a huge 8-figure construction company when it's really just me and her. So yeah, her impact on just the design side is everything, and the customer experience on my side. Look everything, especially when it comes to design. So grateful for her.
Excellent. Can you talk just briefly? You'd mentioned that you'd hired her from the Philippines before. What was the process like going through it with us versus doing it yourself with like the candidates that you had before?
Yeah, so I mean, really, it was just because it was all on me. So I mean, you have VA companies that hire in the
Mhm.
Philippines, and they charge a lot. And then I elected just because I know the job boards on there, like Online Jobs PH. So I went direct. But even though I do have good people from them, is and I still keep in contact with a few of them, but their internet's not reliable. Also, it's a 12-hour time difference, so like communication's off. It's not reliable. I'm communicating primarily on WhatsApp, and it's like hit or miss. So it's just a bunch of little problems that compile into a lot of issues, especially when like I'm wearing multiple hats as a business owner. And
Mhm.
then more importantly, it's just like sourcing that talent. I didn't get as many great talents, candidates as you did in a week. It took me like 2 months to find that one person that could just do renderings, and then I had to quarterback everything. So just having the ability to outsource to you guys, you pretty much just told me to give a description, and you guys got the best talent. And then also, if I even did have a problem with my current employee, I could like tell you guys and you can replace them potentially. I don't ever think that'll be an issue, but just knowing I have, people that can, help work for me to find more talent, hold the people accountable. It's just great to have help.
That's awesome to hear, man. That's really what we strive for. So I'm really glad to hear that. Thank you so much for taking the time today to do this. Can you please tell people where they can find your company and your website, the newly redesigned website and logo, and just a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, so they can go to spruce.io, sproost.io. And Spruce essentially is a construction-centric property technology company that partners with agents and homeowners, and we increase the value of residential real estate, and we don't collect any payment until the home sells. So we increase the value of the house, spruce it up, we boost the value, and we get compensated out of the equity we create for our clients.
Excellent. Thank you so much again for taking the time, man. We're looking forward to seeing the growth, and glad we found your hole in one, so to speak. So thanks again. Take care.
Yep.